I'm sure everyone can agree that consistency is one of the biggest problems faced in today's world. As a full-time college student at the best state school in all of California and a 5-figure agency owner, I still struggle with consistency every single day. Up until about a year ago, I really didn't understand what consistency was. In high school, I was very consistent when it came to my schoolwork. I always got my homework done every day. Sports, I was super consistent with. Extracurriculars, I was super consistent with. And then I got to college, and I didn't know who I was. Everyone around me was doing something, whether that was a fraternity, whether that was clubs, whether that was spending all their time studying and getting straight A's and in the hope to go to a good grad school after college. And I had no idea. I had none of that. So how could I be consistent at something when I didn't even know who I was? And my first year of college was honestly a huge mental toll on me because I was going through the day not knowing what I wanted to do. I was going through the day not knowing who I was, and I didn't really have an end goal. I had nothing to work for. I thought consistency was the issue, and I could not be more wrong. The reason that you aren't consistent and the reason why you will never reach your goals is because the version of you right now can't. The version of you right now watching this video, sitting on your phone, on the bed, sitting on the couch watching this video, cannot make it. And when I first heard this, I don't know if any of you know who Charlie Morgan is, but he's a very successful entrepreneur who is really big into the mindset stuff as well. When I first watched his video about a paradigm shift, if you don't know what a paradigm is, it's basically how you think. It's how you go throughout your day-to-day. And he talked about how the person you are right now will never achieve your goals. When I first heard this, I was mad. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's wrong. Whatever. And then about 9 months ago, I realized that he was so right. The way that you think about the world, the way that you think about problems, the way that you think about your day-to-day life will never, ever, ever be able to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. I'll give you an example of a paradigm shift. A way of thinking is I will do the work when I feel motivated. This is one of the biggest killers in life. You're never always going to want to work. You're never always going to want to do homework. You're never always going to want to cold call people. You're never always going to want to deal with annoying clients every single day, but you have to. So a new way of thinking is instead of I'm going to work when I'm motivated, that 3 a.m. motivation hits and I'm going to work. Think more of taking the action, doing the thing you don't want to do is motivation. Another thing that I learned is that the thing that you don't want to do is the thing that you need to. I never wanted to cold call people, but guess what? Once I started cold calling people, I signed clients. I never wanted to post videos on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, but guess what? Once I started doing that, I met some people that I never would have met if I hadn't done it. Let the person you are now go. Let him or her go. Let him go. You can't be attached to your old self. You can't be attached to your current self, and you need to look to your future self. So now that you kind of understand what consistency means and how to change your perspective of consistency, the biggest thing that you need to understand is you will never stay consistent if you don't have a why. Why do you want to stay consistent? Why do you want to wake up early? Why do you want to have your own business? Why do you want to get good grades? If you never understand why you're doing things in life, then you're just going to go through the motions. Every day is going to be the same. You're never going to have an end goal. And eventually you're going to be 40 and 50 and then 60. And you're still going to be wondering, why am I doing all this? And for me, my why was I like to help people. May sound very, very, very cliche, but it's true. Whether that's what I do right now, which is helping business owners scale, get more money every month, whether that's helping my classmates, whether that's helping my parents, whether that's helping my friends, whatever it is, that is my why. That's originally why I started my business model that I did right now. Once I figured this out, it was a game changer. Like, this is why I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Like, this is why I spend hours and hours and hours on my computer every single day. This is why I stress about this every single day. This is why I've cried about this many, 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 many times. Once you find your why, it is almost impossible to forget it. The second biggest thing that helped me stay consistent was stop hesitating, right? I've played sports my entire life, whether that's baseball, whether that's basketball, whether that's tennis, ping pong, football, soccer, like literally almost every sport you can think of I have played. In every sport, the coach has said the exact same thing to me. Jacob, stop fucking ball hogging. Okay, no, but actually, every coach has told me to stop hesitating. For example, let's say in basketball, I'm sitting at the corner 3, I'm waiting for the ball, someone passes to me, I hesitate, and then I shoot, I'm gonna miss it. Let's say in baseball, right? I'm at shortstop, I'm fielding a ground ball, I double clutch, I hesitate to throw it, Too late, runner safe. Hesitation kills consistency. When you hesitate on working or when you hesitate on doing something, it gives your brain that little chance it needs to tell you, nah. Your brain is a pain reliever. Get the fuck up. Don't give the brain a chance to make the decision for you. That sounds really, really weird, but it's true. The last thing that has helped me an astronomical amount in being more consistent and actually doing the work that needs to get done is regret. Let me explain. No one likes regret. Regret is arguably probably one of the worst feelings anyone could ever feel, right? No one likes it. And so I discovered that not too long ago, and I was like, what if I could use regret? What if I could use that feeling of, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or oh, I should have done that, to my advantage? And so what I started to do in my day-to-day life was thinking, am I gonna regret doing this? Or am I not gonna regret doing this? Never once in my entire life of waking up early have I ever regretted it. I've never been like, I wish I didn't get up so early and went to the gym and been productive. Now, what I have regretted is waking up at 9 o'clock and I just wasted 3 hours of my day. I've never regretted doing a couple more hours of productive work on my business to actually get money, to get more clients, to help people out. But what I have regretted is spending those 2 hours on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube wanting to avoid the pain of actually working. So now subconsciously, every time I'm thinking about doing something or not thinking about doing something, I automatically think, am I gonna regret this later on? Am I gonna regret sleeping in? Yes. Am I gonna regret not doing the work? Yes. The power of regret is an insanely useful tool, which I honestly don't think people talk about this enough, and I honestly really think they should. So if you're still struggling with discipline or consistency, which I'm sure everyone in the entire world can say they have or they are, because I know I definitely am. I still am. You're gonna have to change who you are, because the person you are is not gonna be consistent. They just won't. Don't give your brain time to alleviate pain. You think you should do something, do it. Don't hesitate. Just like I said, in basketball and baseball, don't hesitate, just do it. And then finally think, am I gonna regret doing this? Am I not gonna regret doing this? Because chances are, if you're gonna regret doing it, you shouldn't do it. Or if you're gonna regret not doing it, you probably should do it. So if you want to learn how I stayed so consistent and disciplined in being a full-time college student at the best state school in all of California, and also starting and growing my own 5-figure business at only 20 years old, join the free school group. It'll be in the description below. There are a bunch of different modules. There are a bunch of different videos and worksheets that go over exactly how you can become the person you want to be. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what you're currently struggling with and how I can help you guys out.